you going?
Yeah.
Alright, I'm doing this little short video mostly for my oldest grandson, but it's for any of you guys that would like to get in better shape. A short workout will make you feel better no matter what you do, but you shouldn't start too heavy too fast. The reason I get on this stationary bike is to increase my heart rate so it'll circulate the blood throughout the body, and it helps the rest of the workout go pretty good. So my suggestion would be either a stationary bike, or run in place, or hop on a bicycle and go around the neighborhood for a little bit just to get your heart rate up. Normally on this stationary bike, I'll do this for about 6 to 10 minutes, depending on how I feel that day. And you'll find that some days you can do it longer than you can others, depending on how you feel, what you ate, what kind of work you've done prior to doing a workout, if any. So this just gets your heart rate up. And once you get your heart rate up, get off the bike and you're ready to move to the next couple of things. So I've had to work my way up to, I got two 20-pound dumbbells, and I started out with I started out with 10s. So you got to start somewhere, and so I set these boogers down. When you go to set them down, you want to keep your legs apart and bend your knees, because these things are pretty heavy. I set them down, and the first thing I do, I get on an incline bench, and I pull straight up from the ground. So I'm going to do a few of those just to show you what I'm doing, and then I'll talk about it a little bit. So you get on here, hang your head off the end, legs straight out, stretch your arms a little bit, put it flat on the ground, pull them straight up to your shoulders, and just do that as many times as you can, repetition. So normally I've done these 20-pound barbells 40 to 50 reps, depending on whatever it is, but you can't start that much to begin with. So here again, start out with 10s and see what that will do for you. And then when you go to pick them up the same way you put them down, and then you get on your back, and but do as many of those as you can. You get on your back, rest these things just below your knees, and then lean back and have these things rested on your shoulder, and your feet on the ground, flat on the ground. Well, I've got mine on these little bars, but it's because I got short legs. So push these straight up, pick out your point on the ceiling and just stare at it and count, and do as many of these as you can. Normally when you push like this, lifting up the weights, you can't do as many of these as you can laying on your stomach. When you're on your stomach and you're pulling, you can do more of them. So after you've done as many of those as you can, alright, put your legs straight out and lift your legs up, kind of an L shape. And normally I'll do about 10 of those, and that works your stomach muscles. And I didn't do that many this time. But after you do that, then you put this up, put your weights up, and move them over your head. This will pull some muscles that you've never pulled before. So you go back like this, and it stretches your stomach muscles. And I normally do 10 of these, with these 20-pound dumbbells, but I'm not going to do that many right now. And when you get that done, then you just like pedaling a bicycle. And this also works your stomach muscles and other muscles. I don't know what all the muscles are called, so I don't know. But anyhow, you do that for a little while. And when you get ready to get up, you put these things on your knee and you just throw your feet forward and it brings you right up. Okay. So that's a total of 40 pounds right there. And that's that one workout. Then I change the weights that I'm using. Quit that. I go from 10-pound weights and keep your feet about 18 inches apart. I like to do it in front of a mirror. That way you kind of see what muscles you're working out. And normally I'll do it without a shirt on. So actually it gives you a pretty good idea what muscles you're working on. But I do 10 of these, and these are 10 pounds each. And that's a pretty good workout. And my son, was a personal fitness trainer, he told me that most people can't do 10s, but do whatever you can for as long as you can. And then you're done with the 10-pound weights. Or at least I'm done with the 10-pound weights. So I started out with 40s, went with the 10s, now I'm going for the 15-pound weights. And you get your 15-pound weights, and I do a lot more reps than what I'm showing you here. Reps or repetitions. So you got my mirror I'm looking at. I want to make sure that my arm is straight up and down, and I'll alternate left arm, right arm, and just face the wall. And normally I'll count to 20 on these. Each time you raise your arm is 1. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4. And you do them for 20. When you get done with them, and that's 15-pound weights in each hand. Put your feet 18 inches apart again and look straight ahead. And you want to lift these weights up over your head. And I'll do them in kind of like jumpy. 1, 1, 1, 1. And I do 2, 2, 2, 2, 3, 3, 3, 3. To be honest with you, this is the hardest part of the whole workout. If you can't do 15s, do the 10s like I did earlier. So normally I'll do 10 of these. And let's see here. Oh yeah. And to build up the muscles in the back of my neck, I'll take these same weights and you put them slightly behind your back a little bit, probably the same parallel as your
turn so they can see what you're talking about.
Yeah, put slightly behind your back, and you just lift up your shoulders, but keep them back. And what that does is it tenses up the muscles right at the back base of your neck. And you do 10 of those, and that's a pretty hefty workout as well. And once you get that done, then you have to keep you try to keep your pelvis straight ahead, you try to keep your head straight ahead, and you do this number, just do some twists. And if you got bad back problems, you won't be able to do this. When I first started out, I was lucky to get 5. Now I usually do 30 of these. Each one time I do a half a turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll do 30 of them boogers. And then you hold your weights like this, put them back where they belong. And that also stresses out your arms a little bit. And for the last part of my workout, this entire workout normally takes about 30 minutes. Last part of my workout, I use a 10-pound kettlebell. These are called kettlebells. You hang that booger on your back stretching machine. And if you don't have one of these, you can make one out of wood. You kind of lay down on the thing, and you're laying down at about a 45, 30 degree angle, something like that. You pick your 10-pound weight up, that's what this is, and you cup your hands, hold it right against your chest. You bend down, you look at your knees, and if you can't do that, you got to start sometime. And I'll do 10 of those boogers. 1, 2, 3. You do 10 of those boogers, and that gives you a pretty good workout on your back. When you get done with that, make sure you keep a little water around. And so this is a short workout. Normally it takes me about 30 minutes to do. If you can do that at least once a day, or even if you can do it once a week, you got to start somewhere. It makes you feel so much better, so much healthier, and you're able to go out and terrorize the world. So it's up to you now to take it and run with it. And that's all I got to say. Enjoy.